love those pricey pieces selling at Pottery Barn, Restoration Hardware, and other fabulous stores, you are going to love this faux wood finish. It's easy to do, it's very forgiving, and just wait until you see what tool I use to do it. Just let me get set up and I'll be right back. Let's start. Here's the fun part. Today I'm sharing how I updated this gorgeous table using paint to create a modern faux wood finish. This is a take 2 on this table, and even though the first look was beautiful, I like this look even better. It's more sleek and modern, and I can't wait to share how I did it and to hear which makeover you prefer. Here's the console table I purchased off Facebook Marketplace back in 2019. If you've been following along on the SI blog for the last few years, you may even remember this white glaze finish. I ended up painting the table gray and then gave it a beautiful glaze. It turned out really lovely. I ended up using this table, console table, in my home for probably over a year, and then I put it in storage into my inventory for another future makeover, so I think we can do better. I started by giving this table an overall cleaning with white lightning. It was dirty because it's been, as I mentioned, sitting in my inventory for the last couple of years. And once I had all the dirt and cobwebs off it, I made sure to rinse the sponge clean just with water and then remove all the cleaning residue off this table. To prep the base for the paint, I used a 220 sanding sponge to give the last finish a scuff sanding. The goal isn't to remove the old paint finish, but to add a little tooth, scuff it up a little bit to enable the new paint to adhere nicely to it. And I just wanted to mention these sanding sponges are really inexpensive and they work fabulous when it comes to sanding curvy legs because they contour and hug the curves really well. Once the base was scuff sanded, I painted 2 coats of caviar black chalk mineral paint using an oval synthetic brush. And these oval brushes fan out beautifully, giving excellent coverage. And because they're so soft and high quality brushes, they eliminate brush marks. And if you'd like to see this brush in action, I have a super short YouTube quick tip on the benefits of using an oval brush, and I will include that in the cards above and also in the description down below. And a little pro tip that I've mentioned in my past videos, I like to turn my furniture upside down to get into all the nooks and crannies that I cannot see when it's sitting upright. So I like putting on 1 coat when the furniture is upside down, if of course it's light enough for me to turn upside down. Some of the larger pieces, I understand you're not able to do that, but if it's light enough for me to flip, I will definitely flip it so I get all the nooks and crannies and nothing is left untouched with the paint. I let the base dry overnight and I came back the next morning and started working on this tabletop. So I gave it a scuff sanding with my orbital sander just to smooth everything down, and I wiped off all the dust and brought it back into my paint room to mask off the top from the bottom. And here's a little quick tip when masking off rounded curves or a curvy piece of furniture. Taping off straight edges is easy, right? I mean, the tape's straight, your lines are straight, super easy, no problem. But when you have a curved edge, the straight edges of the tape don't do well. So here's how I mask off my curves. I lay a piece of painter's tape on the curve and use a pencil to trace the shape of the curve. Then I cut along the pencil line with my scissors. It doesn't have to be exact, but I just want to get the basic shape of it. Once I've cut along the line and I have my piece of curved tape, I fit the curved edge into the curved edge of my project, and then I paint away. And as a bonus, if your furniture has symmetrical curves, the other half of your tape you cut will fit on the opposite curve. So I hope this little quick tip helps you guys out, and it'll save you some product being the painter's tape because you won't waste as much. And it just makes such a difference. It's so much easier, and it only takes a couple of seconds to do. So now for the fun part. Once I had the tabletop perfectly taped off, I painted the tabletop in one coat of this mud puddle, which is a perfect paint color for a faux wood finish. I would say it's like a taupey beige, and it has some pink or tan undertones to it. As you can see, I wasn't overly particular when painting the top. A few brush marks or a variation of paint coverage just adds to the faux wood look. So I just had fun with it. Here's what the tabletop looked like with the wet mud puddle paint. And as you can see, it's not 100% coverage or perfect, but it's perfect for this faux finish. So this glazing technique is a lot of fun, and just wait until you see the end result. I didn't have glaze that was quite dark enough, so I improvised and made my own. And I mixed Van Dyke brown glaze with a little bit of Black Magic water-based stain to darken it up. I didn't realize I didn't have any black glaze left in my inventory, which I usually always carry, so I'll have to order some more. Once I had it all mixed up and I liked the color that I had, I applied a thin coat of glaze onto the dry base coat of wood paint. And then using this rubber pet hair remover, I created lines through the wet glaze. If you don't have this rubber pet hair remover, you could also use a broom. That would also work well. But I have to give credit to Black Sheep House. She has a video on how she used one of these rubber pet hair removers on her faux finish. And when I watched the video, I thought, hey, I just bought one of those from Sobeys a couple of months back, and I have not been using it. So I thought this is a great tool to use for a faux wood finish. And I will link down to her video because it was a super video to watch. I'll link down to her video in the comments down below so you guys can go take a peek if you'd like to. So the glaze has a long open time, so if you're not happy with the lines, just play with it until you are. You can redo it as many times as you want, so long as the glaze is wet. And once I went ahead and repeated the process of applying a thin coat of glaze, Using the pet hair remover to create lines, I went in with a large soft brush just to soften the lines to my liking. Now, Shannon from Black Sheep House has an extra step, and she dry brushes a lighter coat of paint over top of this faux finish. But you know what? When I looked at mine, I liked it so much. I just left it as is. I might try her dry brushing technique, which I've used on past makeovers as well. So I might try it, you know, maybe on another project. But you know what? If you like what you see and you can eliminate a step, I say just go with it, because I was tickled pink how this finish looked on this table. So once everything was 100% dry, I went ahead and removed the painter's tape. And to protect my faux finish and the black base, I sprayed the tabletop and the base with 3 coats of gator hide using my spray gun. And that's it. It was a pretty easy project, and I did have a lot of fun with it. So let's take a look. Here's the before. Here's makeover number 1 with the gray paint and the white glaze. And here's makeover number 2. It turned out even better than I imagined it would. And I have to admit, I love this faux wood top with the black base. I think it looks so sleek and elegant. And here's a close-up of how awesome the painted fake wood top turned out. I think this finish really updates this vintage table. I actually redid it to sell it, and now I'm thinking, I might keep it for myself again. I cannot wait to hear what you think. Do you like makeover number 1 better or makeover number 2? Either way, I hope this has inspired you for some of your projects down the road. So I hope you love this faux wood finish as much as I do. I think it turned out fabulous. And out of the 2 makeovers, between the white glazed gray finish and this wood black finish, this one is my favorite. And I can't wait to hear which one you prefer. So please give this video a like, leave a comment down below. I always love hearing from you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and you can also find me over at salvagedinspirations.com, where I have over 500 furniture painting tutorials teaching you how to make your furniture beautiful. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous week. Bye, guys.